Doesn't seem like any of the snow from yesterday stuck around. It's actually pretty cold right now, but I don't think it's gonna rain. There's pockets of blue skies everywhere. It said it was supposed to snow tonight again, so we'll see. The mountains actually look pretty cool right now. Just gotta find some time to go up in that direction. Guess that gives me a little bit of a time to try to capture some different types of shots, do some experiments, I guess. Some interesting stuff I read today. I remember reading stories how they're in certain areas they're afraid of police officers using things like drones. How about this one? This is interesting. Ford files a patent for an autonomous police car. And when I read it, it's like my assumption is, so basically they're gonna have automatic cars going and busting people, I guess. I would assume it's mostly for things like tickets, but it says Ford has filed for a patent on an autonomous police car. While patent filings don't always come to fruition, the mere fact that this idea is in development is mildly unnerving. As to what it does, it says an autonomous police vehicle that would be able to detect infractions performed by another vehicle either on its own or in conjunction with surveillance cameras and or roadside sensors. The AI-powered police car could then remotely issue citations or pursue the vehicle. Or the method may further involve processor remotely executing one or more actions with respect to the first vehicle according to the patent. And they show you this diagram and everything like that with the patent that they basically applied for. It says the patent describes a method by which police cars offer within the autonomous police car could manually take over the vehicle or its wireless connection. So again, it's just a patent, so there's no guarantee you will actually see this live. But it's kind of interesting to see people are actually working on stuff like that. Does this make people more scared, or, you know, that's just the way it is? But at the same time, again, it's more about, to my understanding anyways, it's more about giving things like tickets if people are driving wrong. I don't think it's, for example, chase down the criminal, crash his tires or whatever, get him off the road. I don't think we're at that stage yet. What do people find more scary actually in terms of law enforcement that way? An autonomous vehicle going around trying to find errors or people breaking the law, or an autonomous drone flying over you being worried about things like the cameras? Which one do people actually find more scary in that case? This one was actually fascinating to me because it kind of relates to that in terms of the fear of things in the air or whatever, just based on, I guess, your personal bias. It says drone flew so close to passenger jet over Q that crew thought it had hit a plane. The government had produced a draft bill to look at the tightening regulations on drones being flown near aircraft. So, to my understanding with this story here, there was a drone that flew really close to an airplane, and because of that, they thought something crazy happened. It says a report by the UK Air Prox Board said a 3 or 4 engine white drone came to within just 5 feet over the first officer's window. It stated, the crew considered that the drone passed close enough that it must have collided with the tail. The aircraft was inspected by engineers after landing, but they found no tangible evidence of collision. And the incident happened back in October 25th of 2017, according to this. Basically, what stuck in my mind there is, it was just kind of like the assumption that, hey, something flew near me, it must have done damage, but apparently nothing did happen. It makes me wonder many times in terms of things like these reports, how accurate they are. Are people just saying that just because that's the thing to do right now? Just say, hey, something is in the air, it's a drone, it's deadly, so it must have hit me. So it's kind of interesting to wonder how many times stuff like this actually happens, where people just kind of have this personal bias in their mind. If there's something in the air they think is a drone, then, you know, it must have crashed or something like that. Okay, I basically wanted to test things like going up versus going down when you're flying away. Kind of experimenting which shot kind of gives you the best feel, I guess, in terms of the environment. I would think going down is a little bit more dangerous for the type of shots that I'm interested in trying out anyways. And what the heck, Mapbox? This app basically decided to update by itself. I guess they're not using the Google Maps anymore or something like that. Kind of interesting how there's no maps or anything on this thing. I wonder if you have to turn the internet on, because usually when I fly, I turn all that stuff off. Okay, how about we try the one that I think is the best for the movement. You can definitely see the shape of like the airplanes and stuff a lot easier. lot of those shots I did for a test were actually pretty difficult in terms of trying to gauge how much room you actually need. It's kind of tricky to basically go up really fast and try to turn really fast as well to see what is the best timing. Okay, that's pretty good in picking up movement there. That's pretty far away actually. You can kind of see in the far background there. That's like literally through trees and stuff like that, like with as little movement as possible. Alright, see you guys later.